United had sold 2,994 tickets amongst their own fans, or the fans had bought tickets as part of the away allocation. But now only 2,370 fans can attend it. In other words, 600 United fans have got to return their tickets. It appears, according to the Met Police statement, Simon, the clubs were unable to agree. They were unable to agree an early kick-off time due to concerns about TV commitments, so an alternative solution had to be found. A compromise was reached that involved the clubs agreeing to reduce the away ticket allocation, and in turn they accept this is going to disappoint and inconvenience some fans, notably the 600. But it was not the only option available to the clubs, and was not a decision taken directly by the police. So the police are vindicating themselves from any decision. You've sat in these meetings.
I have.
What is the atmosphere like if you take on the police regarding the numbers that are going to attend one of your home matches? Do they push back? Do they go with you? Is there a degree of, okay, let's try and accommodate what you're trying to do?
It's a commercial relationship as well as a societal one. And I took the stance in the meetings that I attended that the police were a paid resource. So subsequently, I wanted the police to honour their responsibilities for the money that I was paying. And there was often a silence in the room. David Bernard was at Wimbledon at the time, and he was the chief officer for Wimbledon and moved on to Chelsea. I'm not sure David's still there now at Chelsea, but he was always in the camp that the police must be treated with reverence, and we must give them what they want and bow to what they think they can dictate. And I'd be no, sod off, no. They're a paid resource. I respect the police. The policing by consent is something I value, but this is a commercial relationship. And I had many an argument with them, whether it was Brighton or, let's say, Millwall, and Millwall wanted to bring 5,000 or 6,000 fans. I wanted to give them a stand. And they'd be like, no, we're not happy with that. And I'd be like, well, that's fantastic. I recognise your unhappiness, but this is what I'm going to do. So police it and send me the bill. And the conversation would go that way.
What was the bill?
Well, whatever it was at the time depends upon, we're talking about 10 years ago now, so we're talking about policing of a certain level, could be 20, 30,000 a game, probably up to 70, 80,000 a game, probably even more now, given the nature of the requirements.
So did you get away? Or was it this horse trade you were talking about?
Yes, I did. And let me be clear with your man here that thinks he's got a class action or thinks he's got an action. First of all, you don't. Second of all, your issue is with your football club, because this decision was made between the football clubs. The police will use influence and use pressure and suggest that they're going to have their way, but they don't get to do it on their own in isolation.
Right.
So Chelsea have got a history of not particularly valuing fans, haven't they? By their very nature, if they weren't prepared to take their fans, or wanted Middlesbrough in the FA Cup to play behind closed doors last year. So with that in mind, I would suspect that Chelsea didn't bat too hard for Man United fans. And if Man United are prepared to accept what Chelsea have forced upon them because of their relationship with the Met, because Man United don't have a relationship with the Met, because they're in Manchester, Chelsea have that relationship. So with that in mind, perhaps they should ask their football club that was prepared to accept on their behalf a reduction of 600 tickets for losses that anyone's incurred as a result of it.
There's not much more that Manchester United can do, is there?
They can reimburse
Chelsea's
their
home game.
No, they can if they want.
Why should they reimburse their
Because
fans?
they can sit there and they can force Chelsea into a situation. Listen, if the old bill started with 1,500 fans and it was horse traded up to 2,300, people were negotiating. So the negotiation from my side, if I was Man United, wanted to support my fans, was, here's my negotiation, 2,994. That's my negotiation. Back to this game has been moved back and forward to accommodate you, Chelsea, and your requirements,
right,
and your European Cup requirements,
right,
not ours.
Right.
So with that in mind, we value our fans. So we want the full allocation that you sold to us in good faith, and get on with it and manage your relationship with the Metropolitan Police.
So, and you're telling me that when you were the owner of Palace, you would have the away club dictating to you what the terms were?
I would say in this, no, I wouldn't. I'd push back if I was Chelsea.
Exactly.
If
so
I was
what
Chelsea,
are you on about?
But it's a battle. So what do? You reach a Mexican standoff. But basically, no, we're not going to refund the fans. We're sending 3,000 fans. What are you going to do about it?
Incidentally, you said off the top of your head, these 600 will get their hotel, the cancellations of their rooms in their hotels reimbursed. They'll get that. See, everybody listens.
But maybe
Good
they
afternoon,
won't.
Jim and Simon. I work at the head office for a well-known hotel chain, and with those United fans who have
get
booked
back to
hotels,
the desk and get on with it then.
But can't
the
get
point
to
is
a
this.
game anymore.
Why are
If they
you
book a
working?
non-refundable rate, that room would not be refunded.
Fantastic.
So those fans would lose out on the money for sure.
So in that instance, I'm wrong. But then take up the...
Yes, you are wrong.
Okay.
What's your experience about hotels, incidentally?
I lived in one for 10
owned
years. I lived in one for 10 years.
I know, but you didn't pay the bill on checkout.
I did.
All right.
I did. No, I never on checkout. Paid it months and months later. But the point is that if you've got an ability to exact a refund, maybe not from the people that the hotel, but as a result of a policy decision between two elite football clubs.
Yeah.
If you've suffered out of pocket, then you should take it up with your football club. And Man United, if they're happy enough to allow 600 fans to be out of pocket, should do something about it. It's the Glazers' fault.
Okay, there you go.
We need to send a Sky reporter over to America and ask the Glazers what they propose to do about it from Malcolm from Stretford.
You've just been cheeky now. When you checked out after 10 years of living in one of London's leading
4.2
hotels,
million.
was that the bill? 4.2 million quid.
Yes.
Did you touch the minibar in those 10 years?
3.9 of it was the minibar.
12.30.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.